Well, I accidentally turned the video off earlier. Shouldn't have. So I turned it back on, and I'm going to start this all over. I just finished lunch at the Bell 2 Lodge. Great burger. I had a Bell 2 burger, a double smash burger with caramelized onion, cheese, and tomato, and some kind of a sauce, along with a side of mustard-based coleslaw and French fries, and it's just a great meal. I wouldn't stay here tonight because they do have rooms available, but it's just too early to stop. And price is not terribly out of line for location where it is. It's $252 a night, and it's beautiful. The rooms, or at least beautiful hotel. I don't know what the rooms are like. So we're now off and running. The plan is to get to Dease Lake and hope for a campsite there tonight. If I don't find a campsite there, there's a campground called Water's Edge Campground. That's a provincial park, and hopefully I can get a site in there. If not, I'll look for a motel or something. Who knows? I did meet a gentleman from Washington that was coming down out of the mountain on a motorcycle. He'd been camping. He'd been all as far as you could go by vehicle to the Arctic Ocean, and camping all the way in, I'm sure, tent. And he was telling me that up around Dease Lake it was snowing some. Said it was not sticking or anything. It's 51 degrees here. I don't know what the temperature is at Dease Lake, but we'll see what we find along the way. I'm going to just set it up like I did before, previous video. So it's going to be recording, and I'll just pause it from time to time and turn it back on. I'm going to catch this right here first. You can see we're starting to get a little bit of rain here, and just look at that monster mountain. Isn't that gorgeous? You know, I just don't know how anybody can say that North America is not a beautiful country, and I don't know how anybody can look at these things and not believe that there's a God in heaven that creates such a beautiful place. So anyway, I am going to shut up and get off my soapbox, and then we'll just ride. Folks, but I'm going to have to turn the windshield wipers on here in a few minutes. I know it's going to be aggravating, but it seems a shame not to capture this scene right here on video. I'm going to hold off just as long as I can, as long as I can see through the windshield, because I know how annoying that's going to be with the windshield wipers going back and forth across the video. We'll see. Of course, the raindrops on the windshield may not be helping either, so we'll see. left was called Bell 2 Lodge. I don't know if I said that before or not. And we're about, let's see, we're about 157 miles up and the lady corrected me. I've been calling it the Susser Highway. And she said it's the Cheshire Highway. Cheshire Highway, I believe she said. Well, she was English, so I'm sure that was an English twist on it. At any rate, it's Highway 37. And we've got about, let's see, 150, well, 160 from 450, about 300 miles, give or take, to the Yukon, well, a little bit less than that, the Yukon border, and then to the Alaska Highway. We won't go all the way to the Alaska Highway today. We'll stop up here about 180 miles or so. Goes the windshield wiper, sorry. I think we'll be up at the snow line pretty quick. Over to the left, you'll see that that we are pretty close to the snow line. There's snow in the gully just to the left of us. I'll spin you around just a little bit, and I don't know if you can see it on the GoPro video or not. I can't move it around too much. Snow right down to us, just about. Easy to hike up there to walk in it. I don't think we'll though. Don't see much for parking. All right, I think we'll pause it a little bit there. It looks like we've seen the beauty, and we'll pause it now and let the windshield wipers do their job. GoPro, stop recording. thought I had paused you. Apparently I didn't. Sorry, y'all been watching all this all the time. I thought I'd paused you. Well, I was getting ready to turn the video back on anyway, so just thought we'd see a little more of this monstrous mountain right here in front of us. So, yeah, y'all been enjoying it along the way. Glad I didn't say anything y'all shouldn't have heard. All right, now I'm going to pause you for a little bit. All right, I thought I'd catch a little more video here. We're kind of running along by this creek, and running along by the creek and the mountains up above us that are obviously something going on up there with the clouds up there. Just keep riding along, get a little more video. I don't know if we stay between these mountains or if we wind up going up partially over them or what. We'll just follow the road, wherever the road takes us. Past me, and that's okay with me. No real big hurry. Hope you get a chance to see on the video what I'm seeing off to my left. It's beautiful. Probably overusing that word, but you know, I just don't know anything else to describe it. Awesome, wonderful, fantastic. All of those words describe this country. Watch for the big bumps and not hit the big bumps. I'm sure everything back there in the camper's shaking loose pretty good. Right now we're just catching glimpses of the mountain over to the left. Pardon me. Too much hamburger. big long double dump trailers in front of us. Okay, I'm gonna pause it for now. I don't think we're gonna get that view that I saw off to my left, so we'll just pause it for now and then pick it back up in a minute. Yeah, there we go. We did get that view after all. I'm gonna try to spin everything around. I can't. Won't go to the left anymore. The mountains off to the left of us. I wish I could show them to you, but they look a lot like the mountains ahead of us. See if I can find a way around this big boy here so we can have something besides his trailer in view. There we go. Now then, we can see ahead of us now instead of his trailer. Of course, the downside to that is with his trailer I can see when he's hitting the bump and I can back off. So we'll see. Again. Now we're hitting some pretty rough road here now. It's frequently saying, got little signs out. I've got the camera kind of turned down towards the road. And you'll see these little signs, red and white, that say slow. Well, it's best to adhere. Talked to the gentleman back at the L2 cabin. We was talking a little bit about the road conditions, and he said, yeah, I said, we have people come in here with broke springs and broke axles and all that stuff, because they ignore when they put those signs out. If they say slow down, it's probably wise to do so. There's some pretty hard bumps in there. The roads take a beating in the winter, I'm sure. And of course, it's not far enough in the summer for them to have everything fixed yet. So I thought I'd show you some of the road conditions. There's a big bump right there, and you can see places where the asphalt is actually starting to crack up and shift a little. We'll record it for a little bit. See if we can see some of those spots. Hit a few what they call frost heaves. They're not real bad yet. Maybe see there's a pretty good bump right there. They didn't have us a slow sign on that one. The frost heaves, I think, are more a little further north for the most part. The big ones up on the Alaska Highway. Trying to dodge one there. And I'm only doing about 56, 57 miles an hour. So it's not like it's, I'm flying through these things. A couple of cases where limbs have actually fallen off the trees in front of me, and somewhere trees are kind of bent over and laying out in the road, or not in the road, but over the road. So most of them I've been able to dodge. I caught one of them at just a very, very small sapling. It kind of brushed down the side of the camper. Maybe we've gotten through the worst of it. Really had to slow down there for a little bit. There's places I had to get down to 50 kilometers per hour just to be a comfortable ride. That must be going to go down a hill here. Brake check. They're supposed to, the 18-wheeler is supposed to pull over and actually feel of the brakes and make sure that they're okay. Make sure everything's good before they start down these hills. 158 kilometers to go to Dease Lake. That'd be about 90 miles, give or take. They're telling us we need to do 30 down here. Let's see, we've got some pretty good curves in here. I'm hoping we passed the worst of the road. So might as well put the camera back up where it belongs. And I'm going to pause it for a while. Well, we're on a section of the road now that they had talked about in the milepost, where it's narrow. The lanes are much narrower. There's absolutely no shoulders. And there's no markings in the road. I don't think I'd want to be driving this road at night, particularly with potential for wildlife. But it's one you definitely want to pay attention to, because on the right of us there's a big gully, and drop off that shoulder would definitely be a turnover situation. On the left of us there's a big bank. So we'll be plowing into either dirt, rock, or trees. I'm kind of on my P's and Q's on this one. Not a whole lot of recording going on. I just thought I would try to show a little bit of what the road condition is right here. And then in this section, if you happen to look it up, we're at 232 miles north of the junction of 37 and 16. Through this whole section, try to pay very close attention. We're near just past what you call Tioga Lake Resort, on a kind of not exactly sure what kind of road this is. We just got on it. I just come through a big mudslide area that they had put back together, and it looks like gravel, but it don't feel like gravel. It's kind of an aggregate. Looks like on top of an asphalt. Very interesting. Beautiful lake over here to the left. We're now about 245 miles from the 16 junction, going north. And so I thought I'd capture a little more video here. Has been for the last probably 6 or 8 miles. Been very rough. So we've got about 55 miles to go before we rest for the evening. It's now 4:10 in the afternoon. We've been going since I pulled out a little after 7. Of course, there was 2 meal stops in there and 2 fuel stops. Well, yeah, 2 fuel stops plus a meal and a fuel stop plus a meal stop. Yeah, 2 fuel stops, 2 meal stops, and so I'm feeling pretty darn good. A little tired. I'm gonna, when I come to a good opportunity, I'm gonna stretch my legs and down, walk around a little bit. Probably up here at Inuit or whatever they call it. Be a good place to stop. I may top off the tank there. I don't know. I'm only down less than 1/8 of the tank, but I may top it off. I'm gonna also fill my my DEF tank when I get there. So I'm gonna stretch my legs up here a little bit, but we'll see where we're going.